It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
Yeah, see, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.
I think that the moves within the SABC to ban any reports of unrest in the country or even stopping phone-ins, this is very, very serious stuff. The SABC is our public broadcaster. Most people in the country actually receive their news and their views from the public broadcaster. And if the public broadcaster is not carrying any real stuff, it is a serious, serious problem. So that's why we are.
I feel like what the SABC and Claudia Motsaneng is proposing sounds a lot like apartheid propaganda, and though I can't do much, I can do this and support our journalists to pursue stories with freedom and no favor and no fear of being ostracized or punished for doing so. We pray for South Africa continuously.
I believe that SABC belongs to us all, and it has a public mandate and needs to stick to that. Journalists are the ones who give us information. They are here to protect our democracy, and they need to be given free space to do the job that they do best. What is happening currently with the SABC is not right. We don't want a situation where we go back to being a state broadcaster. That can't happen. We fought for these freedoms, and there's just no way we can let a few people take them away from us. So we are here to say SABC belongs to us all. The media has got a right to do its job, and it needs to be given a space to do that job.
The public broadcaster is being threatened. The whole mandate of public broadcasting is that it should serve the public without fear or favor, represent, mirror society as it really is, and not have the sort of toxic atmosphere where journalists are under pressure, which is what is happening at the SABC at the moment.
We are here to support those journalists who have been sacked away from the journalists from practicing what we think is media freedom. So yes, we actually are looking for media freedom in the country. Thank you so much.
I'm here today to support my SABC colleagues who, some of them told me they may not take part in the protest today for fear of disciplinary action. So we are here to show them we've got your backs.
I'm here because I think, like all South Africans, we're deeply concerned about what's happened at the SABC, what it means for ordinary people's right to know what's happening amongst the powerful in business and in government. And the SABC is clearly trying to censor the work, particularly of investigative journalists, which I think is going to make it incredibly hard for us to be able to tackle issues of corruption involving the elite in our country.
The role of the public broadcast in a democracy is a critical one. And what is happening at the SABC at the moment has the ability to undermine the strength of our democracy. It has the ability to undermine the forthcoming local government elections, in that the SABC is not in a position to provide objective reporting on the political situation in the country to allow ordinary South Africans to make an informed choice in those elections on the 3rd of August.
Hi, I am Asipem Mtlejwa, mostly known as Belegazi. I'm from Langa. I'm a coder at Up for All.
Hi everyone, my name is Jabulani Saliwa. I'm from Langa. I'm a mentor at Brothers for All.
My name is Koli Swatiki. I'm a community media activist.
My name is Gracious Diko. I am a community activist.
Politicians must know that they are hypocrites. Yeah, who must understand that, and they really do not have people's interests and at heart, and we must be clear and understand that the way we are led. We're not even led as South Africans. We are ruled. And so we must not give people who don't deserve titles like glorious titles like leaders.
We should have all the information in terms of media, whether it's newspaper, magazine, TV. We should see what is being done. We should see what is to be done. Because now if the SABC is not going to play anything about service delivery done in Mpumalanga or in Limpopo or in Cape Town, how are we as the people going to say, no, at least there's been a change here, at least there's been a change there? There is a lot of things and information that we as the people in communities and in provinces that we should know.
The issue of censorship and the threat to media, it's a serious, as I've said before, you understand that we are reliving, we are reviving apartheid ghosts. Now, it's unfortunate that the former blacks in parliament, understand, are the one who are introducing and envying the apartheid system, and they are not apologetic about that. I mean, Section 16 of the Constitution provides media freedom, and the same people that gave a nod to the Constitution are the one who are saying, "Fuck that! It's not for us. It's not for them. In a sense, it's for a few," and it's not only limiting. I think it's a bit intentional. In fact, it's not a bit intentional, because if one can remember what Tata Mandela once said, if the ANC does to you what the apartheid did, you must do to it as you have done to the apartheid. And now people are banning schools, which was done back then, 1976, because people were just fed up of this, how they've been treated. People are just speaking truth to power, and this is the best way they know how to, because you are violent to a system that's violent to you. So they're not going to massage their egos. So by not showing that, that they're like not protecting us as citizens, because what Claude is saying, he's saying that he doesn't want to encourage violence by showing violence. I mean, that's not true. We know that they don't want the world to see the South Africa that is the reality that South Africa is in, the shape that we are in. And the people are fed up. You see everywhere schools are banned, and not only that, I mean, they're closing every channel of success. And people are like trying to break through.
They are covering up their ghosts. They have skeletons in their closet that they don't want to come out. But as clever as we people, we know that there's something bad behind each and everything that they do. Even what the SABC is doing now, they're covering up for them. They're closing behind the skeletons in the closet. They don't want us to see the crap that they're doing. But we know, we already know what they're doing.
I mean, censorship was there in the apartheid government, and where the prime minister back then was like, it's a tell-lie vision, and you mustn't believe what you see. And Claude is coming here with his bald head and saying that, you know what, I'm the smart undergraduate or non-graduate, and said, I know what people need. So you must listen to me, I'm the wise one. And people must just take up and shape up their struggles and demand more, because we can't have a constitution saying this is what we deserve and have, I have criminals like Claude coming up to us and saying that, you know what, this is what you deserve to know.
Media, we can't deny that it's the most powerful tool there is in the world that can either unite, build, or just break and torn apart whatever. And should you deny people the access to vital fruits, information is food, it's fruits for life, then you would have slain, you would have killed them. So let's look at the media. Who controls South Africa's media? It's the government. Who controls the government? It's the corporates. So when people are protesting, when they are marching and toying, voicing their grievances, right? Then a lot of companies are put under siege and they can feel the pressure. Which is why now the corporates have agreed that, look, let us now, because they control the media, ultimately via the government, We cannot have this happening so that our businesses could grow.
They might not broadcast it as the SABC, but I, for one, could broadcast it. Me as one person, I could touch a whole lot of people just by one picture and just by one message. Because, you know, as you said, social media is a huge platform where people can get in touch, and it's a huge tool now. Especially we as young people, that's where we connect. That's where we get together. And just by doing one thing and giving it to you, it's already seen by hundreds and thousands of people. Because you know a lot of people, your friend knows a lot of people. It's going to keep on going viral, and it is going to get to the SABC. It is going to get on any sort of channel. They are going to talk about it, whether they like it or not. Because now it would have been a force to them. It's something that's spreading.
You know, I couldn't agree more with you. They are, sadly, shooting themselves to the foot. Because there's media, right, which is sort of legal, national, public. Then there's social media, Instagrams, Twitter, Facebook. All these, they play a huge, they make us talk, they make us interactive. Guys, we no longer even have that type of relationship where we like together as a family in a sense of what you call comfort. We are on our phones, we are on our iPods, we are on our, because then it's the world we live in. It's the 21st century.
That's why we're not mobilized. We can't mobilize as communities, because that if I want to talk to you, I have to use, and if we can use that system, that old system that we sit in community meetings and address our issues and come up with strategies that could elevate our ways of living, because we can't only rely on media. We are the media. I mean, the word of mouth and the sender is the greatest tool that was used ancient times ago, and it managed to bring out and send positive results.
My dream is to be successful, but not in wealth, but in a way where people can benefit from my success.
My dream is to become a servant leader.
My dream is for me to contribute in making a South Africa that I and my generation will be proud of.
My dream is to be free.
Yazi, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.
I think that the moves within the SABC to ban any reports of unrest in the country.
It was a gun. Not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Be like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap, but it's nice.
Yazi, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a
country, or even stopping phone-ins. This is very, very serious stuff. The SABC is our public broadcaster. Most people in the country actually receive their news and their views from the public broadcaster. And if the public broadcaster is not carrying any real stuff, it is a serious, serious problem. So that's why we are.
I feel like what the SABC and Claudie Motsoeneng is proposing sounds a lot